So, there's that. But yeah, like I enjoyed Epcot forever as somebody who's been going to Disney World since the early, One Little Spark. If you can dream it, then you can do it. All those. I had that album growing up. All the music and all those references are just magic to me. So Epcot Forever was, I think, a suitable replacement.
Where I didn't ride Spaceship Earth on my first trip to Epcot because I didn't realize it was a ride. Should have gone with you.
Forgotten about that.
We only went to Magic Kingdom together. Didn't even realize it. I didn't get to ride it at first when I moved down because it was being refurbished. So it was down. I remember waiting in a very long line after we were sad that it didn't soft open during the anniversary. But I remember, it soft opened and we went running to, go ride it. So, I don't have all of those memories to fall back on, and I still liked the show. So I don't think you need those, although I'm sure you view it through a very different lens.
Well, I probably cried more than you did for Epcot Forever. And as far as Happily Ever After is concerned, even listening to the music at home, when it gets to the part where Tinkerbell flies, I still get choked up, even when I'm washing dishes and listening to the music.
The music's incredible. I will give you that.
Yeah, Happily Ever After is probably my favorite Disney fireworks
I'll fight you on that
ever.
one.
If for no other reason than the music is amazing. I liked Wishes, but Wishes was still kind of stuck in that.
I think Wishes for me really kind of was Disney.
It was Disney, but it was 90s
there
Disney.
When I started going, which was already the 2000s. I remember watching it with my family. I remember watching it with you both on my last night at Disney during our vacation and watching it, my second night in Florida. Scared, away from home for the first time ever. That was my first flight ever. Our first solo flight. I hadn't been on an airplane in years. So, to me, that was just kind of what Disney was. I had friends that I'd go with, and if we timed it just right, we could see Illuminations and Wishes both in the same night.
Oh, yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah, those were fun. Kind of use my daughter's stroller as a battering ram if we had to.
You're one of those people.
I don't think I ever ran over anybody that I wasn't there with. My husband's been run over a few times, but he should just drive it. But, for me, that just was Disney. So I was sad to see that one go.
Yeah, Wishes, I always stayed for Wishes when I was there, or I would go ride a ride during Wishes because I'd seen it 100 times and had it on CD.
Well, that's the only time when the line for Peter Pan's flight is short enough that we can actually ride it.
Yeah, or Space Mountain.
Space Mountain, too, I'll give you that.
And there's nothing greater, no matter what your fireworks show is, there's nothing greater than riding either Splash or Big Thunder Mountain during a fireworks show, because, as you're either floating or riding around the mountains, you get to see the fireworks go off.
The one time I've been on Splash was with you, and not my sister, because she chickened out at the last minute, and we came running off of Splash Mountain to get to Main Street to see the fireworks.
God, you have you have such a better memory for this stuff than I do. But then again, it was your, earliest experiences with Disney.
And I was so much older, which it's a pro and a con.
Yeah, and that's one thing, I hear a lot of people say, Disney World's for kids, there's nothing there for me. But, your first Disney experience was in your early 20s. My first wife's first Disney experience was 19 years old while I was on my college program. My current wife's first Disney experience was in our 30s. We took the kids and all that. So and everybody I've ever gone to Disney World with, people on my college program who just took the job to get there. Everybody I've ever been has, unless they go to Disney World with an immediate dislike for Disney, they fall in love with the place. And so that's kind of my advice to everyone here.
I went once and then moved here.
Right, that's kind of my advice to anybody.
One trip to Disney, and I moved here to work here, and I have not left.
Yeah, and I'm a little jealous because that was my intention as well, to get a job at Disney and build a career and stay there forever.
Well, I mean, I haven't worked for Disney since 2008. I haven't worked for an OP since 2009, 2010. But I married a cast member, so. But he hasn't been with the company for a few years either. We are completely cast member free.
Yeah, you're also, main gate free, so, you don't get to go as often as I'm sure you'd like.
Well, we'd be getting annual passes if they were selling annual passes.
Yeah.
We let ours lapse because we're thinking of moving overseas, and then we didn't move overseas, and now we're not moving overseas, and now they're not selling annual passes. Soon. I hope.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And hopefully I will be there soon for at least a visit. My wife and I kind of bounce around whether we're going to stay. I live in upstate New York. We bounce around whether we're going to stay in upstate New York or move to Florida or move to Virginia or, move to someplace else.
You live in one of my favorite places on the planet, though, outside of Disney.
Oh, where?
Right there in my mountains.
Oh, yes. I could do without the mountains.
The only thing that could get me away from Florida would be the mountains.
Yeah, you have a severe lack of those in Florida.
It's pretty much a pancake.
But
we have Splash Mountain, we have Space Mountain, and we have Big Thunder Mountain.
The mountains up here don't have audio animatronics.
Triple Mountain Whammy. We've all seen those. that oh god, I don't remember her name, but that plays in all the resorts.
Oh,
the park promo.
Right. God, why I'm going
Triple
to think of her name.
Whammy.
I'm going to think of her name when we're done recording this, and I'm going to hate myself, and I'm going to
get a text at 3 a.m. with her name, aren't I?
Possibly. I can picture her.
I can see her. I can hear her, yeah.
I remember working at Disney World and going into the break room, and one of the 5 channels we got was the Disney. When you're working at Disney and you're in the break rooms only get the channels that the resort rooms get. So you get the Disney, the schedule,
the Disney promo channel.
Right, yeah, you get the promo channel. You get the promo channel in Spanish. You get ABC, CBS, NBC. I don't even know if you get those two actually. And a couple of news channels and Disney Channel. So, we were always either tuned into CNN or talk shows was a popular one in the break room, or somebody would just turn it on, the Must Do Disney and just leave it on a constant loop. So I saw her so often, and it's killing me that I can't think of her name.
But you can see her and hear her.
I think I follow her on Twitter. Yep.
Oh, that's probably a fun Twitter account. I have to look her up if I can ever remember her name.
All right, I'm Googling it right now.
I was going to say, somebody should Google that.
This is good radio right here.
We have the internet at our fingertips. We should use it.
Must Do Disney with Stacy.
Stacy. I was not going to think of that.
My God, and she's been doing that. She was doing it when I was working.
Is she still doing it? I haven't stayed at a resort in a while.
On YouTube, there is a February 2020 Must Do Disney. I imagine she must still be doing it.
I was lucky enough to get to stay at the Riviera for a night in July, but I didn't turn on the TV. I was too busy drinking frozen rosé from the bar by the pool. It's really good.
Oh, Disney drinks. That's another topic.
And Disney snacks.
We're going to have to make a list. So, now seems like a good time to wrap it up, because we're starting to ramble, and we've kind of told our stories here. We plan on making this a monthly thing, and hopefully, you and I can organize
arrange
a time
that.
to do this once a month and get it up on the website, and you'll be able to subscribe to this on iTunes if you haven't already. I suppose if you're listening to this, you must be listening to it somewhere. But yeah, we'll be doing this monthly. It'll be posted on thedisneyparkbench.com, so make sure to check that out for podcasts, blogs, plan on doing some vlogs there as well.
You can watch us ramble instead of just listen to us ramble.
Yes, I've got some guides that I've been working on to Disney World attractions and how to get the most out of it, and kind of brushing up some of my old material from old websites. Hopefully going to have Amanda's husband contribute something at some point. My brother, the former cast member, will hopefully have something to contribute. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned to that. You can follow me on Twitter at Utilidork. You can follow the Disney Park Bench on Twitter at Disney Park Bench. Disney Park Bench is also on Facebook, facebook.com/Disney Park Bench. Amanda, do you have anything you want to promote or anywhere anybody can follow you? If not, that's okay.
I'll just be where you are.
Okay, that works.
Everything else in my life is not relevant.
So yeah, we're gonna have to take some of these topics that we've brought up and blow them up into full episodes in the coming months.
That just gives me a chance to convince everybody to try a Dole Whip.
Oh, okay, all right. One last story before we wrap this up. I've been going to Disney World for 30 years. I've been to Disney World, well, including like visits while I was a cast member, probably 100 times.
At least.
I never ever tried a Dole Whip until December 2019. You've raved about Dole Whips. I've heard
I go to the Polynesian occasionally just to buy a Dole Whip.
Yeah, so just like you rave.
I have Dole Whip scented soap.
I can't criticize. I was gonna say that's a special sort of obsession, but I have my own.
They sell candles too.
Yeah, I've got candles.
It's more your speed.
Hopefully we can get a sponsorship from one of these candle companies. But like I'd never tried one, and you raved about them. My brother raved about them. Several other people did. I'm like, all right, I'm not a huge fan of pineapple, but I have to give this a try one of these days. So, while we were there, December 2019, my brother and brother-in-law were also there, and we met at the Polynesian Resort. My wife and I went to Trader Sam's because we had been wanting to go there, and because we ended up having to bring the kids with us for a variety of reasons. We didn't think we'd get to go, so my brother and his husband babysat.
I offered.
Babysat the kids. We went to Trader Sam's. We spent like $80 or $90 because we had to get the mugs.
Oh, of course.
And then we went out and I had my first Dole Whip, and I absolutely loved it.
I hate pineapple, and I love Dole Whips, so I get it.
Exactly. And luckily enough, there is an ice cream place that is just about 10, 15 miles away from where we live in upstate New York that has Dole Whips. So
what?
Over the summer, I sent you a picture of it.
Where? Okay, well, next time I'm up.
Yeah, next time you're up, let me know, and we'll make sure you get a Dole Whip from there.
That's going to have to happen.
I don't know why. You can just go to the Polynesian and get one
because it's different and it's cool.
But yeah, so Dole Whips, Disney snacks will definitely be a topic. I have a few favorites of those. But anyway, follow us on on Twitter, Facebook. Go to the DisneyParkBench.com, and until our next episode, see you real soon.
Bye.